He's an asshole, man. That dude's an asshole and he knows it.
From the mean streets of Brooklyn to the rough neighborhoods in Boise, Idaho, we now present the Goonberg Report. K-Pasta, everybody. Mayor Goonberg again. And I'm back with the Goonberg Report. Today's topic is going to be dealing with, this is something more geared to the younger men. And like, they're not real experienced as far as dating, unless like a lot of older males hip you to the game. First of all, I'm going to tell you, don't be a beta male. You don't want to be a beta male. Anything outside of a beta male, if you are, you are. If you're not, don't be a beta male. So that's what we're going to talk about. But I'm going to tell you one of the strategies how to get chicks that beta males don't use. So when we come up on this topic, like right here, I'm going to show you this is something that these guys do not use when they date a beta male. So you have R2D2. You have the one kid, I forget where he's from. You have Millhouse, Harry Potter, and Robin. All right, here we go. There's a technique I use on women. I didn't use it before, and you'll notice like a lot of us red pill MGTOW guys my age. I'm in my late 40s. I've been burnt once or twice. It's just life. I've been burnt once or twice by females. It's life, and I had to learn. I had to learn my lessons, and what I did is it wasn't a lose moment or a losing moment per se. It was a teachable moment where I learned from it, and it was a teachable to you, and it was a learning moment to me. So I'm going to show you guys what to do. Now, I told you again, I was married to a single mother. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the kid. Nothing wrong with him. He was okay. He did his thing. He got his degree, graduate degree. He's okay. She was the fucked up one, and truth be told, still is. But that's neither here or there. That's another video for another day. But I'm gonna tell you about how the tricks you can use to find out if a chick. Well, you should know, but this is when the red flags go off and you start to leave. All right. So I'm single. I've been separated, trying to get a divorce. Won't sign the papers. Facts. But and that's another reason. A lot of these chicks will get mad at you, won't do shit because you want it, and this is where I'm at right now. But like I said, I have to wait till now, because if you go to court and she doesn't want to sign it, she can stall in court. But after a while, say you've been single after a while, the judge is gonna be like, "You got him fucked up," and he'll sign your divorce. So that's where I'm at now. But back to this lecture at hand. A lot of these chicks will come at you. They'll come at you real crazy. But no, here's what the single mothers do to get you to try to get you to take care of their kids they had with Dirty Dick Ray Ray. All right. So like I said, I'm single now. I have my shit together. So I talk to, and if you know who I am personally, you know I talk to a lot of women, period. Through all walks of life, all colors, all sizes. Talk to. Main word being talk to. Not like, I have standards. If I'm in the gym 5 days a week, she ain't in the gym 5 days a week, we ain't going to work out. So I'm telling you, that's a hint right there. So I'm not prejudiced against fat women, because they all have mouths. But other than that, it's a no-go. Okay. These chicks will come up and talk to you. They'll try to fill you out first. Say you're a young man. Say you're going to a community college. You got a job. You live on your own. Hell, even if you live with your parents, you're still ahead of the game with Pookie, Ray Ray, and them. So what they'll do is, say you get in class, or you're in class while you're working, or even on a social setting. She'll come up to you, talk to you. She'll start playing detective to gauge you out, to see if you're suitable for her and her kids to take care of. And this is the part where I'm going to explain this, and I'm going to tell you what I do. She's going to ask you, usual, the name, where you live, After the formalities, this is when the questions really hit you. After the formalities, she's going to ask you, where do you work at? Everybody might. I mean, that's kind of nosy. That's a red flag right there. If she asks you that after all the formalities, and then you get to talking, say you're talking, then all of a sudden, she'll ask you, well, do you have a girlfriend or are you waiting on your girlfriend? That's another red flag. But it could be a normal conversation, but just keep them in the back of your head. That could be a normal conversation. Where do you work at? Do you have your own car? There's questions coming up to you. Now, when it's your turn, you should be asking, you should ask her the same thing. Let her start it off. Don't be such an eager beaver. Let her do the questioning. And then what's going to happen is you're going to sooner or later, then you're going to say, well, you may talk about kids. Maybe you don't have any. Then she'll ask you if she asks you you have any kids. You say, no, that's one of the first questions you got to try to get to. Like if she opens that door, you close it. Well, yeah, I don't really have any kids. They say I don't have it all. But how many do you have? Oh, I have 2. Ding, that's a marker right there. That's another red flag. Now maybe she's widowed. Let's not go down further. But once you ask that question and she says maybe she has 1 to 3, look, 0 is your perfect number. But if she has 1, depending on the circumstance, she has 2, depending on the circumstance. If she has over 2, just walk away. But if she has like 1 or 2, we're basing the assumption off she has 1 or 2 with this exception. Now, you go to her, she says, well, I have 1 or 2 kids. You say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, just tell her, well, I don't talk to married women. I don't want no trouble, yada, yada, yada. I'm out of here. That's what you're doing. What you're doing there is when you say that statement or make that statement like that, you're setting her up for answering that question the way you want her to answer it. Because she'll have to answer truthfully. And 73%, we all know the rates of single motherhood in the community, and we all know how many guys aren't having kids. So here we go. Here's how you set her up. You set her up. She'll say, well, no, I'm not married. Now, that's another one. Now, mind you, that's another red flag. So we have, how many red flags we have? You guys keep count all these red flags. But I'm not keeping count because I know them. I see them and I hear them. So that's a red flag. No, I'm not married. I don't have a husband. So, okay, you got past that. Now, she's answered your question. She thinks she slicked you. Then you got to go to her and say, well, I don't mess with chicks that have boyfriends. That's another sign. See, you're trying to see, what you're doing here is you're trying to see if the kids have any stable male presence in their life. Because, see, at your age, you got a lot of shit going for you. You don't want to be boggled down by dumb shit. See what I'm saying? So you say, I don't mess with chicks that have boyfriends, we can speak. I'll speak to you, I have nothing against you. But I don't want I don't want all the headaches and all the hassles that come with that. Want no guy getting mad because I'm talking to this girl. Oh, well, I don't have a boyfriend. Ding, 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 ding. Red flag. So right then and there, she canceled everything out after that. To me, I'm just bullshitting to get through the day. Unless we pull one of these, X video type moments, and you're in my car and it is what it is. You know what I mean? But other than that's done as far as relationship. So what you're doing is you're setting her up, and now you're like, well, where do you work at? Well, I don't have a job. Ding, 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 ding. Another red flag. And then what you're doing is you're not making your judgment. She can't tell you that you're making your judgments off of what you had going for you. You're making your judgments off of what she's telling you. Now, if you want to go with that, fine. But I'm not choosing it now. I said, if you heard earlier, I said there's an exception to a woman that has kids without a man. And that exception is if she's widowed. If a woman's widowed, she can't really control that. That's up to everybody's higher being or maker or who you believe in. That's the only exception to the rule. Now, if she's divorced, if there's exceptions, like if she's divorced, that's one thing too. Also, I forgot that one. Like say the guy was a beater, or he beat her down, or maybe they separated amicably and she got a kid or two. Maybe, but outside of that, A widow is the only one that gets a real true exception. Like I said, she can't control that. Plus, she was married. If she says, "Well, no, I was a widow," okay, you can listen to this. You can, but you still want to start asking questions to see what her mentality is. That way, you don't get set up. Now, like I said, I married a single mother. I didn't ask a lot of these questions, and I married her. Would I do it all over again? Well, the answer is fuck no. I wouldn't do it all over again. But what do I do now? Like I said, before I was married, I was talking to women anyway. You would have thought I've been smart enough, but fucking wasn't. What you want to do is you want to ask these questions to prepare yourself. Like I said, if she's widowed, cool. Not that that's cool, but I'm talking about the situation itself, talking to you. But a lot of these single mothers will try to prey upon to see if you're naive, and a lot of beta males will take the bait. Essentially, what you have to do is you have to act like a shy beta male to get her to open up. You can't come across as like a husky, tough guy, wanting answers, this, that, and the third. I mean, there's exceptions to the rule, but more than likely you can't do that. What you want to do, you want to pretend to be a beta male, be shy, be like all meek and shit, and then what she'll do is she'll open up to you. And once she starts opening up, she'll feel comfortable around you. She'll feel that she can dominate you if you did get into a relationship with her, and she'll take your money. But by then, you're like, look, this will be our first and fucking last conversation we're having. You got me fucked up. But that's one of the ways that you can gauge a chick right there. She's asking, let her ask the questions. Like, first of all, don't go out of your way for a chick that won't go out of the way for you. But that's another topic for another day. But as far as this, there's workarounds. There's hacks. This is a hack for you. Once you hear all them red flags, outside her being widowed, we can be cool and all that. She got a mouth still, but to me it'd be a no-go. All right, I appreciate you listening to this video. Pass it around because it's a hack. So have a good day. This is Mayor Goonberg. And right now, these chicks want me to. I'm not going skiing, but these chicks are going to the resort, and I'm just going there just to chill in front of the fireplace. There's a bunch of women up there, and what do you think I'm going to do? Hang out with a bunch of dudes at a sports bar? I'll take my chances with the chicks at the lodge there. So, thank you, and hey, shout out to everybody down there in Boise who supports me down there at Fred Diamond Sports Bar down there. And all you fucking bums that ain't getting no chicks, all you hard legs down there. All right, thank you. Peace.